just your videos, for some reason, I just started commenting nice on them.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I'll just keep doing this every single time.
Well, because every single time I'd see it, I'd be like, hell yeah.
Yeah. And I got the little hearts, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
He's hearting it.
That was
come
for me.
on.
That was a heart.
I mean, come on. He likes it. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll just do it on, let's see, every social media platform.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? Preston here. Today, I'm super duper excited. This shirt may or may not give away who is here with me today. He's got the most liked comments on pretty much every single one of our videos. He's got one of the deadliest cut serves in all of the nation/world. And your ringtone is actually him saying one word. So let's hear that one word live.
Nice.
If you don't already know, Grant Laughlin is in the house with us from Texas, and he's just a strong Texan boy.
That's right.
That's right.
I look forward to it.
I look forward to you talking to me. So anyway, Grant Laughlin from Texas. Plays Roundnet. He's got a crazy cut serve. But what I was most interested in when I first hung out with you here at the Spike House, we didn't really know each other. Met each other maybe once at Nationals last year.
The one time at Nationals, while you were playing CS, you said, hey, it's a nice guy.
Yeah.
While I was watching, and then at the after party.
At the after party, I literally came up to you and was like, what's up, dude? Yeah. And then you were looking at me like, uh-huh. And I was like, I don't really know what to say to this dude.
Yeah, that was like 5 second interaction.
Yeah, 5 seconds. Yeah. But because at that point, you were the nice guy, but it wasn't like an established, the whole world knew.
Right.
Like, Grant was going to be the nice guy.
Right.
I was just like, this dude comments nice on my videos. Kind of sick. But then I asked you when I picked you up from the train station here at the HTR Spike House. And I was like, yo, so real quick, what's up with this nice thing? And backstory of the nice thing is...
Okay, well, basically, on a ton of different videos that my friends post about Roundnet and stuff, like highlight videos, I just comment dumb stuff all the time. Like, oh, that's 4th 23, best serve I've ever seen in my life.
And it was like Biff said or something.
Right, yeah, it's just, I mean... Sometimes it's actually good stuff. Sometimes it's just like dumb stuff, and I comment it.
Gotta keep everyone on your toes.
Right.
Yeah.
So just your videos, for some reason, I just started commenting nice on them.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I'll just keep doing this every single time.
Well, because every single time I'd see it, I'd be like, hell yeah.
Yeah. And I got the little hearts, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
He's hearting it.
That was
come on.
That was a heart.
I mean, come on. He likes it. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll just do it on, let's see, every social media platform.
Yeah. Let's see. Facebook, Instagram. Yeah. P-Bias. Around it.
I am Instant Messenger.
Yeah. It didn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it didn't matter. But then it became a thing.
It became a thing.
And now you're popping off with like 20 likes per comment.
Right. And now I'm almost more famous than you guys on the videos.
Honestly, I think everyone looks forward to seeing your comment.
Right. They see the video. They're like, oh my gosh, I got to watch the video so I can look at the comments.
And then there's people who try and get you before you get us.
Right. And that makes me angry.
Yeah, but we can't tell them the secret of your nice.
Right.
Because there's something different about your nice than a lot of people's nice.
Yeah, and no one seems to catch on. But
no one seems to catch on.
It's the subtle art that makes it so special. Is what I think.
Right. I mean, honestly, to type those 5 characters in sequence every single time with perfect timing.
I mean, perfectly. Is what's crazy about it.
Is what's crazy about it. The consistency.
It really takes a whole nother level of athlete.
Athlete, yes. If you were not an athlete, then you couldn't do what you do.
I literally do not think it would be possible.
Right. So, real quick, if you have not seen the comment sections, just scroll down. You'll see Grant's comment on this video. We're trying to get to, I was going to say his number. You know exactly what number I'm thinking
I know what
of.
number you're thinking
Let's
of.
just count 3, 2, 1 and say it out loud, and let's get to it.
Yeah.
Because for us, that'd be a personal victory.
100%.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1.
69.
Okay. Can I get a fist bump dump?
Fist bump dump, baby.
Fist dump bump?
Wait.
A rump dump
dump, fist bump.
No, rump dump bump.
Rump dump bump.
Rump dump bump. Rump dump bump.
Rump dump bump.
If you don't know what rump dump bump is, you're just missing out.
Yeah.
Quick question. How do you spell love?
N-I-C-E, period.
And how does it sound?
Nice.
Exactly how it sounds. Also, you post on your social media, Instagram.
Yeah.
People probably don't follow you. Follow him, Grant_laughs.
Grant Lee_laughs.
Grant Lee_laughs.
Yeah. People in Texas call me Grant Lee at tournaments, and sometimes at tour stops. Not as much, though. That's just kind of my name.
This shirt.
Yeah.
Legendary.
Legendary.
You wear it and everyone knows.
Right.
It's not even like a spike ball Roundnet thing.
Right.
It's just a nice shirt that you order offline.
It's just a nice shirt that I got.
It's just a nice shirt that you got.
Yeah.
But it's a thing now.
Right.
Do people walk up to you and say, hey, you're Mr. Nice?
Actually, while I was in Utah, someone at the tournaments while I was like getting the ball from them. They were like, "Nice."
You were like,
they niced me. They niced me, and it felt pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of cool.
Well, honestly, like a big highlight of this trip has been hanging out with you and has been seeing you. But also in our Yeet Spike video, I think that's one of my biggest highlights is just you popping up over the blanket. Nice.
With the perfect audio cover.
With the perfect audio cover. Yeah, it was big old money right there. But nice aside. I'm sure we'll hear more nice from you at some point.
Potentially.
I mean, there's a pretty good chance.
Right.
Pretty nice chance.
Pretty nice chance.
Pretty nice chance. In terms of Roundnet though, I don't even really know how long you've been playing. I always like to kind of give a little backstory on whoever the heck I'm sitting next to.
Okay.
I know you're not a pro player yet. This dude's nasty. He learned how to set.
I learned how to set yesterday.
Big old monies. Pretty nice setting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
honestly, yesterday at the clinic.
Yesterday at the clinic was
okay.
okay.
Some quality boops.
Yeah.
Yeah, high quality boops. How long have you been playing though?
So I originally started playing in high school, probably like 2014 or something. I graduated high school in 2015. I probably started my junior year, and I was obviously just playing for fun with my friends. They introduced me to it.
Were you slapping kids though, like just beating?
I was better than most people. I don't know if I was the best one in my friend group.
Yeah.
But I was like definitely one of the best. Okay.
Sorry about that.
That's all right.
I hate your water bottle.
And then I played in 2 tournaments my freshman year of college in 2016. They were like 2 local ones. One was in Austin, Texas. The other was in Dallas, Texas. And then I didn't play my sophomore year because I didn't know there was a spikeball club at A&M. And I didn't play my sophomore year. And then my junior year, Frederick started back up our spikeball club, and I found out about it. And I joined my first semester of junior year. Mm-hmm. And then I've been playing ever since then. So that was around 2018.
And then you mentioned you played in college. But maybe some people don't know. You were on ESPN for the college thing.
I was on ESPN for the College Nationals 2019.
Mm-hmm. And did you win?
Well, that's a sort of a tricky question because in my heart, I had fun and I won.
You're right.
That's a win in my eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Right. In your eyes of your heart.
But on the record books, I don't really like to talk about that one.
Who'd you drop to? What was the atmosphere like? And then also for me, like, how do we get something like that? Because the energy from a viewer standpoint was super sick.
Right.
I mean, there was like 42 people in the stands.
Yeah, there were a ton of people there, mostly UGA people, which is unfortunate just because we were there.
Right.
I mean, fortunate for them, I guess.
I guess, yeah.
But yeah, it was super sick. It was indoors.
Mm-hmm.
We had like really nice ESPN cameras, which was kind of intimidating.
Weather-wise?
Yeah, indoors because it was raining. It would have been better outdoors, obviously.
We always every single weekend there's a spikeball thing. It just always rains.
Yeah.
That's why you have every tournament in California.
Right, but it was
right. Let's go.
It was super cool. Just having those like huge cameras and people like manning them and like following us around during points. And obviously every time like a sick play happened, the crowd would go wild. It was something that I hadn't really experienced with Roundnet before.
Right.
It was just like a totally different and awesome experience.
Yeah.
For that.
I mean, yeah, just a bunch of college kids getting hyped over Roundnet.
Right, yeah, and the matchups that we had, at least for me, were like pretty even matchups. It was me and David Louis versus, let's see, was it Addison Powers?
Dude, honestly, one of the only things I remember is watching you.
I think it was Addison Powers and Minbui is who I played against.
Oh, I remember watching you though, thinking like, dude, this dude's got a freaking rocket serve.
Yeah, I was hitting so hard that day.
Yeah.
It's because the series before I was playing against Jacob Payer and Sam Buckman in the semifinals, and the only way I could like get bad touches on them is if I just hit the ball literally as hard as I could at them.
So that was your plan for the rest of the day?
It would just fly away from them when it hit them.
And you were like, nice.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Every time it would hit them, fly away. Nice.
Nice. I need to practice.
And then I switch.
And then boom.
Yeah.
No, I just remember because I think it might have been my dad who was like, dude, this dude looks pretty good. Because he like records them on his DVR thing. Yeah. We watched it back a little bit, and I didn't watch the whole thing.
Right.
I have to be honest. But I did remember you just ripping the ball.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, this kid's like coming for me in terms of power. Because you were just obliterating balls, and every single hit, just, like slap it like past a little.
My strategy was just hit it literally as hard as I can at every single moment that I touched the ball.
Yes. But is that a Grant thing or is that a Texas thing? Getting into Texas a little bit. Because
honestly, it's probably a Texas thing. Frederick likes to do it. Rahul likes to do it. If anyone's seen Rahul serves, he hits it so hard.
Yeah, he's
and
like
he has
5.
the tiniest
How tall is
body.
he?
I don't know. He's like 5'1". No, he's taller than that. He's like 5'6" probably.
He's like 5'5.5".
Yeah.
Plus maybe a centimeter.
Right.
Right. But he rips the ball.
Yeah, and we all don't understand how he hits it that hard. But it's like harder than so many people serves.
But it's a Texas thing.
Right. Yeah.
Because you guys hit hard, serve hard.
Right. We yeet the ball. That's what we do.
And you set hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't know Texas guys, they set hard. They just hit the ball just hard.
That's right.
Oh, our banner boy. Perfect. He's adjusting our banner. Can't have any banner casualties in this one.
No, not in this one.
So Texas, hit hard, set hard, serve hard.
Mm-hmm.
What's the future of Texas? Are you guys just going to keep just ripping the ball?
So I think,
or what's the? I guess for me, I always want people to seek different communities for what they are.
Mm-hmm.
And Texas, I think, with Logan, has had a huge jump start in terms of like numbers, in terms of just uniform like tournaments and play style, whatever. Yeah. I mean, what's Texas Roundnet gonna do in the next year? You know?
Yeah. So Texas Roundnet is actually super cool. They host like a ton of tournaments every year, and it's interesting to see because like 2 years ago, there were like 1 to 2 tournaments, 3 tournaments a year. And so like even when I wanted to go to tournaments when I was like a sophomore in college, there was literally like 2, and for most of those I couldn't find a partner anyways.
Right.
So I wasn't able to go. But now there are like 10, 12, 14 tournaments or something a year. So I can just go to tons of tournaments, and since there are a lot more active players, I can get a partner to literally every single tournament if I wanted to.
Yeah. That's freaking sweet.
And it's super cool. And I assume they just want to keep growing the Taser Roundnet brand in Texas. Get as many tournaments as possible, get as many people involved as possible, grow the sport as much as they can.
Yeah. And then also you guys have like, I know you missed out on it being here in the Spike House, which we can talk about your experiences here in a second. But there was a gold.
Oh my gosh.
Something,
Yeah.
Something going on.
Yeah. So right now there's a gold league going on in Texas, and they basically what the gold league is they draft the top 32 players in Texas. And they had like a draft, so like the top player.
They being like, is there like a Taser like?
Yeah. So we have a Texas top 100 list based
really?
on like tournament performance.
Dude, I wish we had a top 100 thing for any other state.
It's so cool. It hypes up everyone. Every time they see their name on the list, up and coming players are like, oh my gosh, yes, that's me. I need to like practice so I can get higher on the list. So I can get to number top 10 or top 25 or whatever. But yeah, they took those 32 people, they invited them to the league, and everyone that accepted was put into the league, and then they did a live stream to draft teams. And so all these people got drafted onto a team. And now it just started last week, the first rounds of...
Is this the first time they've been doing this?
Yeah, so there was leagues in past summers, but this is like the one that's been exclusive to like top players in Texas. The other ones, basically anyone could play. And so like when I played one league with Rahul,
and you guys just
it was kind of an overpowered team in that if we played together the entire time, like I don't think we would have lost.
Maybe like, team of the future. Rahul, play with Grant. I'm just saying, maybe.
I mean, that'd be nice.
That'd be nice. I would support that.
Yeah. But yeah, so this is the first time it's been like high-level games the whole time. And what's really cool about this one is we have a full stats team for this one. Really? So we're using Max Modell's app, Roundnet Stat Tracker, I think is what it's called.
Yeah.
And we're the team, I'm a part of the stats team. We're tracking each game for every player. And Brian Childs, one of the Texas Roundnet guys.
He's still around. He was on, what, fire extinguishers or something?
He was on fire extinguishers, yeah. He made an interactive stats dashboard on like the TexasRoundnet.com.
Yeah.
And it's like so cool. You can track RPR. You can track like how many breaks to how many times you've been broken.
Well, yeah, I saw something with like leaders of RPR.
Right. Yeah. Like they posted recently about who's leading in RPR right now. And it's someone right now that you wouldn't expect. Right. Because normally you would think, Frederick Hinkle, Brian Childs, Rahul.
Yeah.
Someone
like
along those
dogs,
lines. Yeah. Right. And right now it's someone that's a little bit lower.
Yeah.
Which is super cool to see.
Well, it's super cool to see. Plus, it just offers depth to the game, and it's more than just serving.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
Like, I don't know. I mean, even this past weekend, it's funny, everyone talking about Caleb's serve, and I think Caleb at this point, again, is the best server in the world.
Right.
But, then you look back at, like, stats and stuff, and everyone's like, oh, well, like, Preston had a better game. But I'm like, well, depends what you look at, because serving-wise, Caleb could dominate a whole tournament by himself.
For sure.
But I always think RPR is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Like at Nationals, I had like some of the lowest RPRs I've had in a long time.
Really?
And, everyone was always like, well, it's not really your fault. But I was like, no, like, I did not play well at game 2, 3 Nationals.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just interesting to see, like who has what skill and like where it pays off. Because I think there's some stuff that gets left out, like setting. It's hard to track in that.
It is very hard to track setting.
But all in all, I think it's still a super cool thing. And like, I think stats is something that like spike ball should do at the tournaments.
Yeah, I think it's one thing that can really help grow the sport because I think it'll get people more interested in like what's going on. Because right now, you kind of just have to guess at who like the really good players are, and especially between like I don't know 30 and like 70 of the like between that range of people. Like it's really hard to say, oh, this person's better because of this.
Yeah, but then it just comes down to like, oh, well, they have a good serve.
Right.
And I'm like, at this point, I don't want the game to be just about serves. I know like that's where at the top level you see a lot of breaks.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, people don't factor in the consistency factor, like of setting, of hitting, if it's a bad set, like, if I hit it on the net, I'm not more rewarded or less rewarded. Maybe you give me a bad set and I hit it on, we get a point.
Right.
But, people only see like, the serve or they see like just the hit.
And eventually that bad set is going to lead into a loss of point.
Right. But then does it ding me or, that's kind of where stats need to develop. But I think ultimately, I love what Texas is doing because I saw that post and I was like, it's super cool that they have like a list of RPR.
Right.
They have a list of who's who. And I think honestly, in terms of Roundnet communities, I'm thinking about like Utah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Sanford has probably the most condensed, focused population of players.
Yeah, it's been insane to see how many people are coming out of tournaments.
But I honestly think Texas, in terms of like a higher level player standpoint, I feel like they have the most developed, like the top 100. They have like all the stats. They have like focused in on what the elite level looks like,
right,
and where it should look like. I think,
right.
So I think it's just cool that you're part of that and get to witness it firsthand. And Logan's in charge of that.
Logan and Brian both like co-own Taser Roundnet.
Co-own.
Yeah, or co.
You want to buy some stocks?
Co-something.
Co-something.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, they're just out there.
They're just out there doing it.
Yeah. All right. Well, Taser Roundnet, super sick.
Mm-hmm.
Check them out online. What's their online stuff? We'll shout them out.
I think it's just at Taser.
At taser.com.
I don't know. TASR, Texas Association for the Sport of Roundnet. So it's not Taser like a
Taser. Exactly. Yeah, you're not trying to get tased.
Right.
You're trying to get taser.
You're trying to get tasered.
Tasered.
Right.
Okay, cool. So TASR, I think you can find them on online or
I think everything.
On everything. Just type in TASR.
Yeah, probably.
If it doesn't come up, call Grant.
Call me on the phone.
Because he told you wrong.
I'll answer you.
What's your number? I'm kidding. Don't put it out there. You'll get a bunch of calls. People just, nice.
Hey, that'd be kind of sick, though.
What if they just called you, hung up? Nice.
That'd be kind of cool.
Should we put? No, we shouldn't. No, we shouldn't. But what a fun thing, though, huh? Cool. So I know we briefly mentioned it. HTR Spike House.
Mm-hmm.
I always love to kind of just give insight to people who are watching because we get a lot of questions. What's going on? What's happening? Whatever. And I think I've asked most everyone who's on this couch with me and or on a grassy field, just what. And they've all pretty much given the same answer.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're listening and you're like, I wonder what Grant's going to say, I guarantee you it's probably around the same. But I really want to emphasize what I think you're about to say.
Okay.
So your experience, let's just say your experiences gathered in one.
Yeah.
And then your favorite single experience.
Okay. So like overall, I'd say this is like one of the coolest trips I've ever been on. Getting to meet like so many cool people, so many people like I look up to, and like I don't know, I just think they're like amazing players, and it's like so cool to be able to actually be friends with them and like talk to them, and I don't know, it was just kind of a sick experience overall. Probably my favorite experience of the trip.
He's getting all emotional on me, man.
Yeah, I know. It's weird.
I was going to cry.
Weird.
I was like, give me a fist bump, dumb, dude.
Fist bump, dumb. All right.
Okay, now we're through that.
Yeah, probably my favorite experience overall would be...
It could be like one or two. Like if you have two that like are in your mind.
Yeah, so I would say just all the games that we play at the house. Like not even necessarily like Spike Ball or Yeet Spike, but just like the board games. And just those are the times you get to hang out and just chill. And just be funny and relax.
Right.
And then also going to Arches National Park was a super fun trip. It's like just the stuff there looked so cool.
Yeah.
And it was so amazing. But yeah, overall I would just say that the people are the biggest
the high
thing.
quality hangs.
Yeah, the biggest thing are just the people.
Yeah, and I always love to emphasize that just because I think if there's one takeaway from all players within the Roundnet community as of now, it's the fact that we all love the community.
Yeah.
You know,
that is
regardless of sport, which we all hope grows and is Olympic level at some point, so I can be the coach.
Yeah.
I know that's what all of our, that's all of our goals is for me to coach the Olympic team.
Right, for you to coach.
Right, for me. Right. I know we're all on the same page for that.
And I'll just be there to nice it all the way.
You'll be with me. You'll coach with me. If I need a motivational speaker, like within a timeout, you know, like 30-second timeout. Like, Grant, get over here. Everyone huddle up. And then you'll just be like, nice.
Yeah. And then, I think that will just fuel them more than anyone's ever been fueled in their entire life.
Right. And when we win, it's because of you.
Right.
So regardless of Olympic team, I think what I was going to get at is that everybody just loves the community and everyone's for the community and everyone just wants the best for each other.
Yeah.
And I think like to new coming players or people listening to this is just branch out, you know, go shake someone's hand. If you're at Nationals 5 seconds and you've seen Grant Laughlin on Facebook, you know, say what up. No, but like literally like when I came up to you after Nationals, like I just wanted to be like, what's up?
Right.
Like I recognize who you are. I want to say what's up.
Yeah.
And then here we are sitting on a couch, you know, whatever months later, chilling.
Right. And the thing is, everyone in the community is so friendly.
Right.
Like if you go up and talk to someone, they're not going to be like, leave me alone. I don't want to talk to you right now.
Be like, I hate you.
Right.
Like,
right.
I'm here for money.
Unless you're talking to them in the middle of a game or something. But
yeah, true. Which,
but other than that, they're all going to be so friendly, talk to you, help you with anything you need help with. I don't know, which is one of the coolest things to me.
Yeah. I mean, the community's still small enough to where everyone knows everybody kind of
Right.
thing. And it's a good feeling. It's funny you brought up in the middle of a game. Sparked a thought in my brain. How do you feel about there not being scoreboards at SRA events?
For every matchup?
For every matchup. Like for every like semifinals and finals. I was thinking about this last night. We need scoreboards.
Yeah, so
I'm gonna put it out there on the podcast. Say we need scoreboards.
Yeah. It was nice having them at Nationals.
Right.
But I don't know if they had them in semifinals. I just remember having them at finals.
Yeah.
But it was like so nice to just be able to look over there and see the score and not have to wait until you.
Well, you said
had to
ask
listen
the
in.
athletes because you always have to be like, hey, yo, press in.
Right.
What's the
Right,
score?
yeah.
And then I'm like, I can't focus.
And like that happens in the finals. I'm
Yeah.
sure with you all the time.
Well, it happened in the finals when
Yeah,
there was
no.
a scoreboard.
Yeah.
But it happened less when there was a scoreboard.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And that can totally take you out of the game.
Yeah.
I think it should be a thing for at least semifinals and finals.
Yeah.
I understand that they can't staff enough to get round of 8, round of 16
Yeah.
in there. That totally makes
But
sense.
even if they have like 8 scoreboards, they can just hand them out.
Yeah, that's true.
And they just, you know.
For sure.
No, it just came to my mind when you said ask the athletes middle of the play kind of thing because, I mean, that happens all the time. But that was going to be my next kind of segment is I like to ask players just what they think, what changes they would make currently to the sport to make it, more viewer friendly, grow as a whole. Obviously, you don't need to call anybody out or anything if you don't want to. But at the same time, I mean, like scoreboards for me is like an easy push.
Yeah,
that was a quick example that I brought up.
Yeah, scoreboards would be super nice. I think having like streams with commentary at like every single tournament would be so cool, and it would get so many more viewers engaged. Because a lot of the times during games, during live games especially, you're just sitting there waiting for stuff to happen, and with the commentator, you're like filled with. I don't know, I guess like knowledge.
Filled with goodies.
While the play's happening, while the play's not happening, you're still engaged in the performance. And it's, I don't know, I think that would help a ton.
Yeah. Commentators.
Yeah.
Main thing.
Yeah, even if it was only like featured matches through like round of 16, round of 8, and then semifinals and stuff.
But even Sanford does like a live stream on his phone.
Right,
and he sits behind it and then he says, oh, what a great set from Ryder.
Right, but even that is so much better than nothing.
I mean, I'll tune in my phone and like leave it on because I'm like, oh, like there's something to watch.
Right.
But like when people are shagging balls and stuff, it's unfortunate because you're like, I don't want to watch, Preston hit a ball and then have to go run after it and then come back.
And then I think the next step could be like tournament recaps on. I don't know if Spikeball could do them. Other YouTube channels could do them.
Like what Solomon's doing, or like
video, like video, and then cutting the videos. And then
if you're not watching this, you should go watch it.
And then cutting the video, showing the highlights.
Oops, didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, but showing the highlights, seeing the coolest plays out of the tournament, the points that were like the most influential to the outcome of the match. That could be so cool. Yeah. I know it happens with like disc golf tournaments. I'm super into watching disc golf, and I don't want to watch the whole tournament.
Right.
But I love watching like 30-minute recaps of everyone's round.
Right. Just sitting through it, talking through it, and okay, going to the semifinals match, we have blah 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 blah.
Right.
Point number 5, whatever it was. Caleb Peck gets like 19 breaks in a row.
Right.
Yeah. Like no, but that's definitely something fun. And then touching on / shouting out a video. Hopefully that is up by the time this is up, or maybe in the future. I know we did a super cool video here of Mammal versus Boisterous, where it's like high production value. I think something along those lines is kind of like the future of what any recap should look like. So, I mean, that's just fun to shout it out there. And I think if you haven't checked it out, go check it out on our channel. I think it's just something everyone should see, and we just need to raise the level up a little bit on,
and that video
on all fronts.
That video is like so much more interesting than just watching a game.
But
Even with the scoreboard.
But the game itself is not that exciting.
Right. Yeah.
But you watch the video and you're like, whoa.
Yeah, the game itself was not super insane.
Right.
There were some cool plays, but like the production value of the video and everything that went in to make it so cool is what like makes
right, and it was
the
just a
video
bunch of dinguses going out to the grass. You know, we had some nice cameras. Shout out to Ryder, but like, at the end of the day, I think it's just we just need to level up a little bit. You know, I think we've gotten consistent tournaments down, all that fun stuff, and now it's kind of time for the next step, which is trying to make it a real sport. Right. And I think we need to get spectators engaged. But anyway, enough about Roundnet, whatever. You as a human.
Okay.
You're like, oh boy.
Is it getting scary?
No, I was going to talk about your background real quick because I know you're a swimmer.
Yeah.
And usually water mammals don't come to land mammals.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it would be the best translation.
No.
I played soccer up until 9th grade.
Mm-hmm.
I was in swimming from 7th grade.
What position were you in soccer?
Position, I was...
were you like sweeper?
I was defense on one of the wings.
Oh, okay. I thought you'd be sweeper.
No, but I was...
like yeet the balls across the field, like just tackle some kid and then yeet it.
I was not very good at soccer.
Mm.
But I played on a select team. I guess I was okay then, but like...
You're also in Texas, so
yeah.
It's like one person per like 50 feet.
That's true.
50 miles.
150 miles for each person. They get their own. They get their own plot of land.
Yeah. There's like 10 million people, but like everybody 150 miles. Right. Each plot of land. Okay, good. That's a big plot of land.
Yeah, but I played soccer until 9th grade, and then I did swimming from 7th grade to 12th grade.
Mm.
And yeah, you would think swimming doesn't really transfer. I think so. If people don't know, I do like a little backhand serve, and I think that might be from swimming and water polo.
This is the first ever swimming comparison to Roundnet.
Yeah, I mean, it's the only thing I can think of. So for water polo, you can hold the ball in one hand, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you throw it into the goal, is what it does. So there's a trick shot where you go like this, and you fling it behind your back.
You like kick up and then...
Yeah, you just fling it behind your back to like pass it or shoot it.
Mm.
And that is very similar to like my backhand serve.
So this is water polo, not swimming.
This is water. Yeah, this is not swimming.
Okay, good. Okay.
I said it was swimming. It is not swimming. It is water polo.
Okay. Well, water polo is swimming with polo. Swimming polo.
In a way.
Right.
Yeah. But
definitely not just swimming.
Right. But yeah, that's the only thing I can think of is that backhand shot. And also water polo obviously would help my hand-eye coordination and touch.
Right. And just cardiovascular endurance because, Roundnet, you got to work a lot. And
then with swimming, I think the only thing that would transfer is like having like a strong mindset. Like, and for each of my events in swimming, about like 10 minutes before each event, I would have to just like sit, not talk to anybody, just like get my headphones in and just nice. Right. I would get the track going. Nice. That's what it would do the whole time. And I would just
nice.
And I would just have to get into the zone and just completely concentrate. And I think that helped whenever I get into like intense situations while I'm playing Roundnet. Help me focus and like actually calm down.
Yeah, breathe a little bit and just focus up. I've never really ever talked to a swimmer who was good at Roundnet. Right. And you were good at Roundnet, and you were an exceptional swimmer by what you say.
Yeah, I was pretty good at swimming. I did the 50 free and the 100 free. I went to state in both events my senior year.
Setting records.
I was so close to getting a record at my school. I was like 0.2 seconds away in the 50 free.
You should have just farted.
Oh my gosh, I didn't think of why didn't you tell me that before?
Just like right at the end.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, if I would have thought about that, I would have done it, and I would be the record holder right now.
Right.
And that record stands since 1988.
And you could have been...
And I couldn't get it.
Some old dude just crushing you.
Yeah, he's like 50 now. Oh. And he's like, man, Grant, you suck. You suck, man.
Grant, you were close, but you didn't do it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But anyway, so it's just fun for me to always... Because, I mean, that's what I always think about is different athletes coming in, different skill sets, and swimming/water polo is not one that comes to mind.
Yeah,
has ever been in any discussion ever.
Right, yeah, it definitely is not the best like sport to transfer to Roundnet.
You wouldn't tell people to swim to go play Roundnet?
No, I would not.
Hey, go dive underwater, come back out, play a game.
It helps. Maybe if I try not to breathe the entire game, it would help me.
Yeah. Hey, no one breathe.
Yeah.
Last person breathe loses.
If I can make that a rule.
Or last person breathe wins.
Yeah. If I can make that a rule, that'd be sick.
Serving backhands only.
Uh,
Tweener game.
Tweener game.
Strong, weak.
Tweener
Recommended?
Game. Tweener game is my favorite thing to do ever. It's pretty fun.
Do you recommend it?
Well, no, not really.
No, you can be honest. Don't look at me because I don't. I don't love tweeners for many reasons.
If you're like at a low level trying to be better, do not tweener. It's not useful to you.
You hear that? You guys, tweeners are not useful.
But if you're trying to have fun, then they are very useful.
Very useful.
Because you just tweener, and most of the time, the defense is over there on your strong right, and you tweener, and it's like nowhere near them, and then you just point at them and laugh at them. Unless you miss,
laughing, people.
Unless you miss a shot, and
everyone's
you point at yourself.
Like, nice, not.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Roundnet, Ragamaroo, random.
Ragamaroo, I'm ready.
Rapid fire questionnaire. There's a spider on the wall. How would you kill it?
Shoe.
Okay, great.
Flip flop. No, flip flop. Specifically.
Ryder doesn't love this section. Also, if you like this section, sorry, I can't lean forward. If you like this.
I was like 1 inch away.
If you like this section, comment in the comments. If you're listening to this on Spotify and or iTunes, which it's both on there, go to our YouTube, comment and say I love this section because then I can keep doing it.
Am I allowed to comment on it?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
But like you usually can only comment nice.
Right, but what if I comment underneath my own comment?
Like reply to your comment? I'll allow it.
Okay.
But Ryder doesn't necessarily love this section, but I love it. So comment and say I love it. Because then we get to keep it. Otherwise it's gonna get phased out. So don't let it get phased out. Today we only have 2.5 questions.
Rapid fire, go.
I did 3.5 questions the other day.
I'm ready.
Yeah, 2.5. Do you know what the half is?
Yeah, I heard one of the halves on someone's
he's
video.
Ready, folks. He's ready. Okay, question number 1. Would you rather be a basketball or an armadillo? Neither one gets played with and or touched. But basketball, you can have legs, like little tiny stick legs, and arms.
Am I allowed to talk in either one of them?
Yep.
Basketball.
You'd rather be basketball?
Basketball. I mean, think about it. If you saw an armadillo running around here, you'd be like, "Oh my God, it's an armadillo! I got to get out of here. Why is it in my house?"
Okay,
whoa, wait.
Anyone's gonna be like, "Oh crap, deadly armadillo!"
Well, I mean, some people would be.
Okay,
it would be worse. Think about it. If you saw a little basketball waddling around, you'd be like, "Okay, that guy's a bro."
Yeah,
that guy's a bro. I like him a lot.
Okay, so basketball, bro.
Basketball, bro.
Not armadillo.
No, not an armadillo, bro.
Not no armadillo, bro.
Right.
Okay, no armadillo bros. Would you rather live in a castle, like a big, like old school,
1800s castle?
1800s, I was about to say 18th century.
18th century, that makes more sense than 1800s.
Yeah, we're going to say 18th century.
I don't think we had castles
Also,
then.
centuries-wise, it's always confusing because we're in the 21st century.
Right.
But like you think 21st century, 2100.
Well, it's not confusing to me. I'll say that.
I know, but that's because your brain works. My brain, little off.
Okay.
Anyway, would you rather live in a castle, 18th century, out in the middle of boondock nowhere?
Okay.
Like straight up, you're in Canada, large expanse of land.
Okay.
But you got a giant castle and a helicopter.
And that's big.
Or live on anywhere you want in the world, but have like a tiny little shack with 2 surfboards and a dog.
Like one room shack?
Well, 2-room shack.
2-room shack.
And if you want to change up surfboards for like a spike ball net and
in
a jet ski.
In both scenarios, no people around me?
No, the other one, there's people around you.
Oh, then the one with the people.
But you have a helicopter with a castle.
Right.
What if you're 100 miles away?
If I'm 100 miles away, that would still take a while in a helicopter.
But we can have HTR Castle Spike House.
Okay, yeah, I change it. I would do the castle. And I would invite, instead of like 20 top players, I'd invite like 500.
Okay, see, that's what I'm kind of thinking.
Yeah. And they each get their own wing of the castle. It's so big.
Okay, cool. But you can't have any other houses. Castle?
Yeah, castle. And then I could just fly everywhere.
Okay, cool. Just a little quick visit.
Yeah.
All right, I dig it.
Yeah.
I'm coming to your castle.
Okay.
Last question, and this is our 2.5.
Right, this is the half question.
Okay. When you eat spaghetti for breakfast, which he does,
I do that.
of mornings, lots of spaghetti for breakfast.
I wait till like 11:30.
Okay, we wake up at
so
like 11:30.
Well, don't say that. It's
also,
almost noon.
Breakfast is breaking fast.
Yes.
Which means that whenever you break your fast,
yep,
you're eating breakfast.
Okay, fair.
So you could eat lunchtime.
So it's breakfast. Yeah, it's breakfast then.
Breakfast. Okay, you eat spaghetti for breakfast, right?
Yeah.
When you eat spaghetti for breakfast, 30 minutes later,
I probably around round 2 spaghetti.
Mm-hmm.
But 30 minutes after that, we're playing Roundnet.
Okay, that wasn't my question though.
Oh, Go continue. Say again.
I
I was not ready.
When you eat spaghetti for breakfast, 30 minutes later.
30 minutes later. That's correct.
Mm-hmm.
I would agree with that.
You would?
I would.
Can I get a fist bump dump?
Can I get a fist bump dump? You can.
Fist dump.
Fist bump.
Rump
dump,
dump
dump
bump.
Rump dump bump.
Rump dump bump. Rump dump bump.
Rump dump bump.
Can I hear your best Texas accent? And say like, I like cinnamon rolls on a hot Tuesday.
I like cinnamon rolls on a hot Tuesday.
just the best. I like cinnamon rolls on a hot Tuesday. All right, cool. Well, after that section, I usually go into the last section,
Okay.
which is questions for Preston. It's a new title.
Questions for Preston.
Questions for Preston, and or anything you would like to shout out, tell the community. Because I always like takeaways from players who have been around / even for you, you're slightly newer.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like newer takeaways are kind of fun too. But if you have any questions for me first, questions for Preston. This is now Grant's podcast, everybody. Welcome.
Thank you.
If you don't have any questions for me, you can
Thank you for being here, Preston. I look forward to interviewing you today.
Nice. Nice. Nice.
Okay, well, let me see.
Yeah, it's hard when we don't prepare, huh?
Yeah, I was not prepared to be the interviewer. I'm
I
not
didn't
gonna lie
prepare.
to you.
I didn't prepare anything, but
Well,
here we are, 40 minutes later.
I'm gonna be a better. Here right now, I'm about to restart, and I'm gonna be a better interviewer than you were.
Okay.
Okay, 5, 4,
Welcome to Grant's podcast,
3,
everybody. This
2,
is not Preston Byes commentating.
1. Preston Byes, what is your favorite thing to do after a tournament?
Eat Chinese food.
Eat Chinese food. What dish?
Depending on where I go, if I go to Panda Orange Chicken, if I go to a authentic Chinese restaurante,
Okay.
I just like a lot of food. I usually get chow mein, beef and broccoli, and then you throw in some sweet and sour something, and it's good. I don't know why Chinese food. I think it's because back in the day in Santa Cruz, we went to this like Panda Inn place and had a lot of Chinese food.
Okay.
So Chinese food.
And so I have kind of something interesting to talk about. In Texas, we learned how to serve hard and fast and well before we learned like other skills. And it led to our pickups being very serve heavy. And like whenever we did get a serve return, our sets were not good, our hits were not good.
Mm-hmm.
I personally would not recommend doing that to people who are new to the sport and trying to learn how to get better. I would recommend working on their touches first, their hitting first,
Right.
and get that solid before serving. Do you agree with that? Disagree with that? What are your thoughts on that?
If I just say I agree, am I done with the question, or
No,
should I
you
elaborate?
have to. It has to be at least 20-second answer.
As an interviewer, you should leave it open-ended questions so then I can talk.
What are your thoughts on that?
My thought. Nice. My thoughts on that are definitely. I think you can learn how to serve. I think you can do whatever, but I think you really have to take a holistic approach when you're learning how to play Roundnet.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people, they come in and they're like, "I want to be the best server," because
Right.
nowadays they see top players just ripping serves, and that's what they want to do.
Right. And that is what they see. That's what they see generates breaks.
And that's fine. But you have a lot of advanced players now who are struggling to get out of advanced, who are just serve heavy.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I think the biggest thing, ball control, whether it be setting, serve, receive, any of the above. You really just have to master from the ground up your touch.
Right.
You know, if you're just whacking at balls with no intent / no purpose, you know, your touch is gonna be bad, sets gonna be bad, your hits are gonna be bad.
Mm-hmm.
So I think really just being mindful of your movements is the biggest thing that you can really take away from what I'm trying to say right now. Is just mindful movements.
Right.
You know, learn from your mistakes. Don't just play to play. If you're trying to be the best, you know, play and learn.
Right. And
Yeah.
I think I completely agree. The thing that's like holding me back the most right now is my touch, my setting, my hitting probably.
Right.
And that's, I think, because we learned to serve so hard
Right.
to where we didn't have to.
Well,
I mean, we didn't have
I
to
need
do
to serve
that.
harder. I need to be better serving wise.
Right. I didn't have to do that to win games for so long in Texas.
Yeah. But now you do.
But now I do. And I'm on a struggle bus.
This just in. Oh, weird. You don't have the mic? We have
Oh,
one
wait, I just got
more
one too.
question from Grant to Preston.
One more question from Grant to Preston.
And then you have to give us your takeaway message, and then we can yeah nice. You nice?
Okay.
You nice.
Preston, what has been your favorite tournament experience / like tournaments?
I think there's two that come to mind. One big one is, man, this Banner Boy's really earning his keep over
Hey, you're doing
here.
a great job out there.
Hey, you're doing a really, really solid job out there, Banner Boy. One day I got to meet that Banner Boy.
Yeah.
He seems like he's got more potential
I
than
heard
just
he-
fixing banners.
I heard he's a really cool guy.
Well,
I don't know for certain.
okay, well,
But I've heard it.
back to the interview because
Okay,
it's not about Banner
Go
Boy.
for it.
Yeah, it's about me
Yeah.
because this is my interview. with Grant.
It's my interview. Okay.
It's our interview.
Our interview.
Biggest nationals, obviously winning nationals was a super cool experience. That was kind of like my first very competitive year. Coming out on top was just one of those things like that you remember. You know, like the game itself. I don't know if you've watched that game. If you haven't, 2 Guys versus Chico, go on YouTube, just type that in. It doesn't even matter that I'm in it. It's just one of the most fun matches to watch because it was really before the serve ball era. And I was like, that was like the last frontier for defense. You know, we were getting touches left and right. Skylar and Sean, to this day, some of the best controlled players that have ever been. And Troy and I just came in there and, you know, worked our butts off for points. Yeah. And it was a lot of fun. So that, but then also I mentioned Santa Cruz earlier. I think that was kind of my bread and butter / my foundation of loving the sport. I mean, I won a lot. So like that's obvious, you know, we all love to win. But I think just B, like the community surrounding it, it was just unlike any other and like anything I've ever experienced. And just the love and just the passion for the game. You know, that's like when the yow came. Like that was like the birth of yow. I don't know when or why, but like I yowed once, and like everybody was just like yow.
Yeah, and now it's like almost iconic in the Roundnet community.
Right, and not a lot of people just know what it is. But I just think Santa Cruz Roundnet, Ryan Navarali, you know, Greg, Mateo, Marlon, Bryce Johnson, Tom, like all these dudes were just out there for each other to have fun. So I think for me, whenever I get like, dang, I'm just not sure what's what. You know, I think back to those times. I'm like, dude, those tournaments were the bee's knees. Yeah. But, yeah. So that's for me probably my favorite tournament experience. Is just that whole vibe. I mean, I'd drive 5 hours to go play a tournament for, you know, 3 hours. And I was like, this is worth it. Yeah. All right. Anyway, back to me interviewing you. Yes. What's up, everybody? Preston Bias here with Grant Lee.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Yes, of course. Biggest takeaway message that you can tell everyone watching, listening, and just let them know what goes on in the mind of Grant when it comes to how to better yourself around it, how to just approach the community. Because I know we both talked about community, but just like what are your biggest takeaway from playing, and like what you think newer players or just players in general should know?
Yeah, I think to me, like consistency is the biggest thing in Roundnet. If you're not consistent, there's almost no way you can win tournaments. Because even if you get through like a really hard team and you go off one time on serving, you might not get through the next team because you might have an off game. You might not put on a serve, something like that. So I think consistency in serving, setting, hitting, all of that is like the foundation that makes a good player turn into like an amazing player, a great player.
Right. Sweet. That's takeaway?
Yeah.
That's takeaway. Well, then let's take it away.
Let's take it away.
Before anything, though, I'm going to shout out my Instagram and stuff. Then you're going to shout out your Instagram and stuff. Okay. And then we're going to freaking nice.
For sure.
For the first time ever, it's not going to be a It's going to be nice.
I like that.
Okay, so practice that in your brain real quick. All right, if you have not already, Spotify, iTunes Podcast, or Apple Podcasts, I don't know what it is, one of the two. This will be on there for your listening pleasure. If you're listening to it, go on YouTube, How to Roundnet on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe first off. We really appreciate it. But go ahead and watch Grant and I chat. There's like 30 other videos on there for you. Instagram, How to Roundnet. Grant, I think you have a YouTube. I think you also have Instagram.
Yeah. I have a YouTube. Oh, no. That is tragic. I have a YouTube. I think it's just Grant Laughlin. I post highlight videos from my tournaments there. Oh my gosh, we gotta go fast. No. I also have an Instagram at Grantley_laughs. Yeah. That's my 2 social media.
Okay. And that's your 2 social medias?
That's my 2 social medias.
We are leaving the Spike House tomorrow, so this banner problem should not be a problem in the future. But if you are ready, let's talk about spaghetti. I'm just kidding. We're not talking about spaghetti.
Yeah, I don't want to talk
about it. Good. We're going to 1, 2, 3, and nice. Yeah. But like a big yeah. And then a calm nice.
Oh.
Like how you say nice, say it?
Yeah, nice.
And let me go, yeah! Okay. Yeah! Nice. Okay. I've never
That was good.
Yeah!
That was good.
Like, yeah! But like, yeah! Okay.
I'm ready.
Everybody, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for doing stuff. Grant, Lee, thank you for being here. Can I get a fist bump? No.
Rum dump pump.
Rum dump pump. Boom. All right, everybody. 3, 2, 1. Yeah! Nice.
So bad. So bad.
Okay. Let's just yell.
Yo. Okay.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Yo.